All right, so it's Bobby here. We're working on the remodel of the mobile home, and I pulled down the original panels that go in this, reframed this wall, putting that in a nice big window. This it's hard to see because this panel's in the way, but that way she gets a nice pond view. Window is dirty because of all the sheetrock that I'm doing. And rebuilt the corner, but I ran into an issue over here because this and this right here, I was going to leave original panels. Everything else is rock. This is not rock. This is panel, but this side of the corner, it is rock. So everything else is rock. Now, I noticed that this wall was really flimsy. And Yvette wants to hang pictures and things like that from it. And so I got my crown stapler and I thought, well, I'll tighten it up. Well, you can't tighten it up. And it's because there's this is where the panel was at, which matches this right here, and then it ran all the way over here. Okay, we see how this planes out. It wasn't even up against this. Now these, I wouldn't call them studs. They're not studs. They cut this panel way too big. There was no quality control involved in this. This is the original carpet. They actually put the carpet down first and then framed over it. Mm-hmm. It's unbelievable. What a nice job they did. More contractors should be doing that.
90s green.
Yeah. Now this mobile home is a 96, but they ran this all the way out. I mean, look at how this planes out. It's just nuts. You are nowhere near a stud with a piece of wood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to beef this wall up. I've got some 2x4s. I'll cut them down, or actually, I'm not going to cut them down. I'm going to turn them, in a way. I'll turn them flat. And I'll screw them in as opposed to using my framer. I'll screw them in to the bottom plate, top plate. I'm gonna leave the bottom plate in here. I'll put another one here in the center, and I'll do the same thing on the end. And then I'll cut this. Of course, I'll get rid of this beautiful, luxurious green carpet, and then I'll cut the panel down, and then it should go up against there, nice, flat and tight. And then I can do a drywall skim coat, because if I'm going to skim this wall, it's got to be solid, or else it's going to crack. And I can't have it cracking. This is not solid enough to skim. So anyway, that's the beauty of this right here. I've got the panel off. There were a bunch of nails and staples in it. But they didn't hit their mark because they're actually 1.5 inches away. This is actually 1.5 inches away from their mark, and these are only sticking out 3/4 of an inch. So there was no way anything was hitting anything. So it is what it is. I'm gonna fix it. It's not a problem. I used to have an algebra teacher that used to tell me there are no problems, only solutions. So we'll come up with a solution. And what I opted to do was I cut a 2x4 right here. I figured out the angle. It was 42 degrees. And so I cut a 2x4 at a 42-degree angle. And then I screwed it into the stud along the way. It gave this a really solid corner. And then I went and with the cutoff of that, I attached it to this stud. I put a flat stud on this one right here, and then I put another flat stud up against this, and then I added this one to the existing one. So everything planes out now really nicely. So there won't be any flex in this wall. So I will, and I went through with my framer as well, my framing nailer, and I went and shot some nails through this thing, just so that way it was solid. And so now this thing, once I cut the panel down to where it should be, because it was out here, and this side was way out here. Now I'll be able to cut it. It'll lay flat, and then it'll lay, nice and flush right along all of this right here, and then that's going to give a nice solid wall right here. Then I'll be able to put a really nice thin skim coat of mud on it, and then it should never crack up. We'll put the kills on it, then put the paint on it, and it's one more step closer to Yvette getting her office back, which she's gonna kill me if I don't get done soon. So, wish me luck, guys. I need it. All right, guys, so I got Yvette's wall framed up good. It's nice and solid. This thing was, this panel from the factory was out an inch away, and they just had it stapled in on each end. And I was wondering, why is this wall so flimsy? Well, that's why. Because it wasn't even touching studs. I was using 1-inch crown staples with the Metabo crown stapler, and I wasn't getting any traction at all. And so I figured, let's pull it down, let's find out why. Well, that's why. So I beefed it up, reframed it. Now everything is nice and solid. I mean, Yvette is not gonna have any problems hanging any pictures in there. What I did along the side, when I cut this down, I'm also roughing this up. I mean, really roughing it up, because I need my drywall mud to stick there, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side right here. But another thing that I've got to do is make sure, one, all my crown staples, none of them are sticking out, which right now, none of them are sticking out. But very important thing is this shine. I'm going to skim coat this because I want this to come out the same texture as drywall. So I want everything to look the same. And in order for me to make it look the same, it's going to have this really light drywall finish on it, and that's skim coat. So, I've done that to this panel right here. This is basically this same panel. They're both the same material, but what I roughed this up and gave this a skim coat. I did throw in a few staples. I'm going to give this another skim coat, but the sheen right here, the shine, it has to come off of there, because this is the shine that if your kids come through and they hit it with crayon or something like that, you can wipe it off, or they throw some pudding or some, spill some punch, whatever, and it's going to come right off. Well, the drywall mud will too. So I've got 60 grit sandpaper. I'm just I'm going over everything with this, and I'm going to do the same thing with this wall right here, because I need this really rough, because that's what a skim coat is going to adhere to. I'll wipe this down really well, and then I'll mud and tape these corners on each side, and then I'll feather this out. So it's not a big deal. It's going to come out looking exactly like drywall, and that's the look we're wanting. We're not wanting this this manufactured home look. I've done everything else in drywall, but I just opted not to do this in sheetrock because I didn't see the need, honestly. We've got, you know, I did this side of the wall and this side of the wall and that side of the wall for, well, the exterior wall. I did that for insulation purposes and noise, but I did this side of the wall for sound purposes because there's a bathroom on the other side of the wall. I did the other side because I hang out over there and Yvette doesn't want to hear me over there throughout the day. So, but this side right here is just a hallway. So I'll make sure all my staples are out of here. Always, even when you put staples in, you're gonna have a little ridge, little pieces of wood that come up. And now it's clean. So you got to get this cleaned up. You got to get the shine off of it in order to get a good skim coat on it, and really rough this up right here, so that way it's going to take your mud and tape, because this is a mud and tape joint. This is a mud and tape joint. Everything else is just a skim coat. All right, I got the ceiling nice and painted. Looks pretty good in here. Much better. And all walls are painted now. Yvette wanted a light gray accent wall on this wall with the window. I've got to still trim out the window, put finished casing around it, but no big deal. And everything else is all good. This wall right here was the wall that the nails weren't even hitting studs behind it. So I reframed all that, and now it's a nice solid wall. And I just ran a skim coat of sheetrock over it, and just to change the texture up a little bit and make it more blend in with the drywall that we put in over here. But yeah, everything is coming out good. Carpet will be here tomorrow. It didn't take me long to spray this. It took me more time to mask it all off. But yeah, pretty happy with the outcome. I just got to put some light fixtures on it, and or some I'm changing those receptacles. I got new ones. I've already changed those two. And yeah, get the carpet on it, and then case out that window, and we're good to go. All right, guys. Mini vet's office. This was where our closet was at. This the ceiling, I don't think it's ever been painted. I put that ceiling pan in last year, but it looks pretty horrible. We painted all the walls, got baseboard on, door trim, things like that, and they're coming tomorrow to install carpet. And so I was gonna roll this ceiling out, but what's happening is it's just pulling off popcorn. And I know you shouldn't even have popcorn in today's ceilings, but this has it, and I'm not going to go through the trouble of taking it off. So I'm gonna. I've got a Graco Magnum X7 spray rig. So what I'm doing is I've masked everything up real good, overlapped everything, and I'm going to spray this ceiling, and then of course I'll cover this up. You know, I'll just put some, I'll tape a garbage bag or something like that over it, and then that won't be no harm, no foul. And then we get this ceiling looking a lot better for Yvette's office, so that way whenever they do install the carpet tomorrow, it'll be ready. So anyway, let me get back at it. All right, I got the ceiling nice and painted. Looks pretty good in here. Much, much better. And all walls are painted now. Yvette wanted a light gray accent wall on this wall with the window. I've got to still trim out the window, put finished casing around it, but no big deal. And everything else is all good. This wall right here was the wall that the nails weren't even hitting studs behind it. So I reframed all that. And now it's a nice solid wall. And I just ran a skim coat of sheetrock over it. And just to give it just to change the texture up a little bit and make it more blend in with the drywall that we put in over here. But yeah, everything is coming out good. Carpet will be here tomorrow. It didn't take me long to spray this. It took me more time to mask it all off. But yeah, pretty happy with the outcome. I just got to put some light fixtures on it, and or some I'm changing those receptacles. I got new ones. I've already changed those two, and yeah, get the carpet on it, and then case out that window, and we're good to go. Showing Yvette her office in here. It is pretty much absolutely complete.
It's looking so good. I can't believe how much it's changed. Just imagine that there used to be a closet right here.
Yeah, that was the whole thing was a closet across there. Now it's an armoire, and it's going to be an armoire and a bookshelf.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to put the armoire there. Well, probably just the armoire there, and then the bookshelf on that corner over there.
When we first found this place, guys, believe it or not,
The trash was probably that tall.
There was
trash in here.
At least 3 foot tall.
Carpet was so old.
The whole thing was probably 3 foot tall in trash. That's the honest to God's truth. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And now
it doesn't even look like the same room. It's hard to believe it's the same room.
Yvette's got her a new window that's overlooking the pond now. And yeah, you know, I'm proud for her. I've got to case out that window.
Yeah,
got to case out that window.
Covers on the plug-ins.
Yeah, we gotta put the covers on. But I mean, what a transformation! It's just
looking so good.
This thing was. This is a 1995 or 96 mobile home.
Somewhere around there.
And
it looked like it was from the 80s.
They kept the fashion from the 80s, and so the carpet will be installed tomorrow. The floors are nice and solid. They're 3/4 inch plywood, not OSB or nothing like that. This is solid 3/4 inch ply, and it's turned out to be a pretty nice office for Yvette. So, Goonie Bird, what do you think?
I like it. I really think it looks so good.
Yeah.
I did. It really did. I'm excited to finally be able to bring in my desk in here, my stuff, and decorate it, and making it look good and comfortable for the holidays. It's starting to get cool outside.
So,
forward to it very much.
What a transformation from when we first bought it, and you know, 3 feet of trash. My
dingy walls.
Oh.
Holes.
There were 9mm I think they were 9mm all through this wall. I think he used on the other side he had targets, and they just went right through the walls, and so this is all completely 5/8 sheetrock now. So this
And we added the ceiling fan.
Yes.
There was only one small light fixture with one bulb on it.
it was.
And I'm a sucker for ceiling fans.
It was driving me nuts.
Yeah, so we added this bronze toned ceiling fan with lights to help the room light and give me some air. So I'm always hot.
Yeah, and so I left the original paneling on this wall right here, but I did rock over it, and I totally reframed this wall whenever I put the window in, and I put the king studs, headers, cripples. I did everything right. It was just one electrical plug. I put two, spaced them out evenly, and same thing on this wall right here. On the other side, there's a shower.
Yeah, the shower for the plumbing is in here.
Yep.
So this is the access, and we'll be putting this back up tomorrow. It's the middle of drying.
Yeah, and then that's going to be behind the armoire that Yvette's putting up. So that's going to look nice, very nice. So you happy Goody Bird?
Yes, I'm very happy. I'm very happy, and it makes me look forward to seeing the rest of this place transform.
Yeah, we've got a long way to go, but it's kind of nice to see. I mean, what you can do with a mobile home that everybody thought was just absolutely trash.
Exactly.
But, it might be trash to them, but to us, it's our home.
That's right.
So
it's our
we love it,
and we're proud to have it, and look forward to making it even more accommodating for our.
So, and we have some really nice base moldings placed all around. I mean, we didn't cut corners. Actually, we did cut corners. Different angles, 22 right there, 25 right there, 45 right there. So
Probably more angles than you wanted.
yeah, a lot of angles. But just because it's a mobile home that nobody wanted, it doesn't mean that it's just a piece of junk. This is what we love. We love living here.
And we gave it that love.
And And you guys can too. So, anyway, from Little Country Acres, thank you guys for watching this.